welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here with our celebrity tarot card reading. We're going to find out all about Timothée and Kylie Jenner. We're going to find out if they are breaking up or what is the scoop. Or is it just a rumor? Are they actually breaking up? What are we doing here? All right, let's find out a little bit more here about these two. In just a few, I want you to go ahead, hit subscribe, go ahead, share, like, and follow. Do all the things that you need to do as far as being here at Hangman Tarot. And don't forget to share it with your family and your friends, especially if you really enjoy this reading and this channel. Okay, let's get to it. So we're going to go into her birth chart. I'm going to do this really quickly. Her birthday is August 10th, 1997 in Los Angeles, California. She's a Leo sun sign. Wow, that picture's beautiful. I don't know where that came from. Okay. Rising sun's Capricorn. Yeah, let's find out about Timothée. I'm pretty sure he's a Capricorn, but I just want to find out. Okay. Capricorn is his sun, Pisces moon, Virgo is rising. Wow. Okay. Her rising sun is Capricorn. All right, let's just get to this reading. I'm a little intrigued at this point. I just want to kind of find out what's going on. All right, so apparently the tabloids are spewing out all sorts of ideas that these two may have decided to call it quits. So we're going to find out a little bit more about that because we are nosy as fuck. And it's entertaining. It's entertaining! Mm-hmm. All right, let's find out what's going on. In fact, I would like to know what the hell's going on. Okay. Let's find out the situation between the two of them. Just kind of a nice little bit of energy. I'm going to get my oracle cards out because I'm going to do it. I'm just doing it. Get some nice little surface energy here, finding out right on the surface what things are. Okay, what's going on between them? Listen, folks, the cards don't lie. This is the current situation between them. The current situation between the two of them is some sort of a connection, love, emotional, whatever that might be for them, okay? It's flowing, it's adaptable, they're sharing, it's empathetic, there's a lot of emotions happening. It could be at a completion, though, because just because the energy is like this, and it's saying that it's this love or this relationship is, you know, together, and this is what's happening. It could, because it is a Ten of Cups, it could be at a completion, or they could feel complete within the relationship. But we're going to find out a little bit more kind of surrounding. Okay. All right. So that's obvious. She's very ambitious, very creative. She's very much in her intuition. She's very empathic. She's very much goes inside as far as just herself, kind of caring for herself. You know, the ambition behind her is to deal with herself. And any primal energy, any action, courage she does put into the relationship, or is putting into it, or was. We will find out as soon as these cards come out, start kind of unfolding. Okay. The challenge with her is that there is a little bit of insecurity. There is unsureness. There is just kind of her always worried about things. She's always up, you know, late at night wondering what, you know, beautiful Timothée is doing. She's wondering what's going on with Timothée. So she is kind of concerned. She, you know, it's kind of just really just taken from her mental, and she's very severe about it. Even if it's not a conflict, even if there's no challenge here, she's very severe about this worry, this concern. I mean, so much so that it eats her up at night, making her very uncomfortable. So let's find out on his side of things where he's at. So far, seems very typical. So far, just, you know, just seems like, I just have to say, it's almost like he gets her lovesick. That's what I'm feeling here. There's a lovesickness, and it's just that in and out thing, and maybe not calling, and just kind of her, you know, really lovesick of the whole situation. Okay. And her journey, I mean, as far as like specifically where she's at, she's needing to go within. She's needing to deal with and take a trip in the inside of things. So, you know, to make sense of her life, she's going to have to start really going on the deeper within, trying to find some sort of love within her. Because she really be into those boys. You know what happens when you run out of them. You have to start loving yourself. His is more or less like an energy all on his side is very much about kind of like not really understanding that every single person does have actual value. So it's almost like that is something that really presses on her, is the fact that he forgets how important every single person is. And so sometimes, you know, she may get miscommunicated to or not even communicated to because of that. Okay, so over on his challenge, I feel like, again, it's like he's kind of moving away from that. He's kind of moving away from the emotion, kind of moving away from any conflict, anything that feels confusing, anything that feels cold. He's going to get away from it. He doesn't want to deal with that. He's like, I'm out of here. I don't want this, you know, new normal. I don't want to invest in this emotional roller coaster, because, you know, that's what he's doing. And the reason for that, anything surrounding that, is some sort of new beginning. And this has already started. So something has already started for him that is a new beginning. And mentally, to bring clarity for this specific situation, he's going to have to not be in such a place where he is dealing with those other emotions that, you know, may or may not be his specifically, okay? Yeah, so over on hers, as far as like the focus, her focus was just kind of really giving to this, just really filling his cup and just kind of forgetting about her cup, and not really, you know, remembering the fact that he needs to be receiving and giving is a, you know, it's a flow. So he needs to be giving back also. And I feel like she's just kind of giving more to the emotional connection, and it's like, it's just gonna build into no feelings if she keeps doing that, because she's gonna get tired, honey. And we all do. We all do, honey. All right. So his focus is this new beginning. Again, coming back to this new beginning. And it's not so much her. He's not really paying attention to that, because that is kind of like a place where it blocks him creatively. It is not, he's not receptive. He doesn't have the same feelings most likely. And I feel like this was already in the other reading I did. The focus for him is just putting all this strength, all his, you know, balance of masculine and feminine energy, and really just making sure that he's fierce, he's strong, he has all this power, but he's putting it into whatever it is that he's moving into next. So he is starting a new beginning, but he's going to have to put all the energy into it. He has no time for this other situation. And he doesn't, in fact, want to be dealing with it. He feels like this person, he feels like the other person, Kylie, is rigid. He feels like that person is not emotionally or feeling-wise or in the right space at all that he is in, which he actually probably thought that she was to begin with. So I ain't going to get mad at him. I'm not going to get mad at him. Anything that could be upcoming for these two, as far as something that is coming up. Okay, so we do have some sort of a choice or direction that she's probably going to have to make. She's going to have to make some, you know, come to some sort of decision, okay? And the reason that she's coming to this decision is because she wants to be in a place where she's, you know, her cycles are creating, her, you know, her energy is going into change and, you know, trying to find some sort of balance and blessings that she has. She doesn't want a balance issue, and that's what she's starting to feel as if maybe that might be happening. So anything upcoming would be her just really finding that balance and, you know, creating desire without having to struggle because she's given all of her energy and love to something else or someone else. So upcoming over on his end of things is just him not really dealing with anything. He's not allowing himself to really deal with anything he's tying himself to that has ended this relationship or is very much fucking with this relationship, okay? So he is like, I'm fine with it, it's okay. It's more or less, he does not really look at it like it's an issue, but it is something that has affected the situation and has put him in a place where he's not interested in following through with the relationship furthermore. Anything that is going on as far as a power for the two of them, or just kind of moving into any hopes, I guess, or likely outcome. All right, so we have no energy, we have no speed. I just keep forgetting where the camera's at. I have a new thing, and I just keep forgetting where the camera's at. So I keep looking over here. So excuse me if I keep looking over here and there. I just keep forgetting that the camera's up here. I used to have a camera down lower, so now it's a mess. Anyway, I'll get used to it, hopefully. Okay, so it's looking like this is already in process. This is already happening. This is already the action, the speed that was going into this, and, you know, with all the momentum into this relationship and this connection, this feeling or this vessel has definitely disconnected, if you will. I do feel like, again, any action or any energy that was going into this connection is decreasing. I mean, that's going to be all around them. She's making that choice. She's going to have to make that decision. That's what that decision is going to be. What the heck was that? I don't know what that was. Okay. She has somebody on the side. I literally found this one on the side, right on top. Getting into some reconnect. She's got her daddy, okay? Let's just be real. She's got her daddy. And she's got her children's daddy. And that's who will come back around, okay? That masculine, she's always got that person over on the side. So that will be coming back around. That will come back into some sort of a connection. And as far as over on his end of things, he's just going to take a leap of faith and get into this new beginning. Wherever that takes him, he doesn't care. Okay? And again, this has a lot to do with something that probably isn't as balanced as he thinks it is. So I feel like it's more something that was tempting him. So it's not going to be as balanced or as, you know, back and forth, giving and receiving as he thought on this end even. And this, again, he's just going to take a leap of faith. He's going to move forward. He's going to just try and not really care much about the inevitable or, you know, the end results. And that's just kind of where he is. I do feel like, again, he's definitely going to be in a place where he's finding, you know, new beginnings kind of everywhere. He's not really into finding end results or completions right now. That's not his thing. He doesn't really care about all that. But last couple cards here. Yeah, but she's going to be right back with that Travis. Nah, yep. Bottom line is that this is no longer a new normal. Definitely not. There's definitely a disconnection. It did at one time. It brought stability, but this is definitely, you know, a disconnect. And I feel like it's physically an issue to be connected. And I feel like even as far as, it's almost like she was like very greedy about the relationship, and it was like a very hungry, I need you around me kind of vibe. And she was very much into, you know, wanting to have that experience all the time, but there was just not enough experience. There was not enough physical touching or being around each other. That was not enough. So there was definitely a disconnect. That's the bottom line here. And that cannot be brought back to balance. There's no balance here. And this is already, again, in process. This has already begun. So I think the choice or the direction isn't so much made on her behalf, but it's just like kind of like it's a forced situation. So she's just gonna have to go where, you know, where this is going, and that is disconnected. He's not around, he's not, you know, interested, or whatever it might be. I do feel like lack of balance, lack of connection physically, and again, she really wants him around all the time. So again, her side piece is fine, her daddy, she'll take care of that, and she's on that. There'll be a connection once again. He's just gonna go back to not giving two shits about what the hell's going on, just doing his things. He's into it. He's into his movie making. He's into, you know, flying here and there, and he's into, you know, the excitement of that all. And that is something that definitely was in my last reading. That ties him away from her. And he could have cared less. He didn't care. He could not care less. All right, I gotta go. Please go ahead, hit subscribe if you would, share, like, and follow, do all of the things. You know what to do. I will see you on the flip side of things. I hope that you enjoy the rest of this beautiful weekend. See you later.